Hey everyone, this is Flipno 3D Gamer, giving you my live
Hello
reactions to
everyone,
the Nintendo
this is
Direct
Masahiro Sakurai
of,
from Sora
oh wait,
Limited.
not Nintendo
The Super
Direct,
Smash
but
Bros. Ultimate game was
Sakurai
recently honored with
showcasing
five awards at this year's
Terry
Japan
Bogard,
Game
and I
Awards.
see a Neo Geo next to him.
It's received a great many awards on top of that as well. Each award is very meaningful to me,
Ooh,
so I would like to take
rewards.
the opportunity to extend
Nice,
my thanks
man.
to all those who have voted
Awesome.
and to all those who have supported us. Thank you so much. Without further ado, let's begin the presentation. First, we'll
Alright.
start with what the Neo Geo is. It refers to a 1990 video game console for use in arcades and at home, as well as to the name of the system itself.
I love going
In
to school with
1990,
Masahiro
the
Sakurai,
equivalent to the Super NES
and
had only
by
just
school I
released
mean
from
video game
Japan.
school.
So if you wanted to play arcade games at home before then, the only option was to play the less polished ports on the Nintendo Entertainment System. However, with the Neo Geo
Ooh.
system, you could play the arcade versions of games at home with no drop in quality. 1990 was right around the year that I started working for a game company. Back then, Japan had rental services for arcade games. In other words, you could go to a rental store, rent an arcade game, take it home, and play it. After that, they were sold for home use, but a single game would cost about 30,000 yen. That's expensive. But if you think about it, compared to playing a game in the arcade 300 times at 100 yen per play, you're getting your money's worth. At the time, some people actually thought this was cheap.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, there really are people who've played games in the Super Smash Bros. Series 1,000 or even 10,000 times.
Yeah.
Anyway, the MBS, as it was called then, was sold in various places, and for an arcade machine, it wasn't all that expensive.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You could also get them on lease.
At least.
That's why you'd end up seeing lots of candy stores having a Metal Slug cabinet.
Oh, that's right.
The home version of the Neo Geo came with this controller. Can you see? It has 4 buttons. And this is the actual console itself. Here is the reset button, and here you slot in the big game cartridges.
I'm really glad he's showcasing what the Neo Geo is
This
and
is
its
the Neo
history,
Geo.
because people
Just
really needs it.
Actually, this is the Neo Geo X, the portable version that was released afterward.
Oh yeah, the I remember that.
You could also insert it into this docking station and play it as a home console. Beat Nintendo Switch to it. A portable, multi-purpose console. Updated iterations of past systems are emblematic of the Neo Geo. Next, let's talk about what Fatal Fury is. It released in 1991, the same year as Street Fighter II, but
Look
this
at
one
that.
came later. It launched after Street Fighter II. Like many of the other fighters, Fatal Fury was often regarded as a title that was developed to capitalize on the popularity of Street Fighter II, but that's not really the case.
Wait, really?
Actually, both Street Fighter II and Fatal Fury were developed using the original Street Fighter as a foundation.
Ooh, wow.
In fact, the development of Fatal Fury was started by one of the planners of Street Fighter. Did I just hear you say wow? This one is
Wait, how
also
does he
multiplayer
knew I was saying wow?
fighting game. In this story, someone named Jeff Bogard is killed by Geese Howard. Geese Howard starts up a fighting tournament in Southtown, which he runs. To avenge his father's death, Terry enters the tournament, which is known as King of Fighters.
Kings of
I
Fight.
mentioned the term King of Fighters, something you may have heard before.
Oh yeah.
Yes, there's actually a popular series called The King of Fighters, and that series was named after the fighting tournament within the world of Fatal Fury. And Terry Bogard, who is the protagonist of Fatal Fury, also appears in all the games in the King of Fighters series as one of the main characters. If you want to play a game from either of the Fatal Fury series or the King of Fighters series, many of them are available now on Nintendo Switch as part of the Arcade Archive series.
Yeah?
You may not know which one to play first, but my recommendation from the Fatal Fury series would be Fatal Fury Special. From the King of Fighters series, my recommendation would be the King of Fighters 95. But if you want to play a fighting game with all sorts of strategic elements, then I recommend the King of Fighters 98.
That's pretty cool that Sakurai's
Next, I'll give you
recommending
some
games.
insight on Terry Bogard. Actually, this video was recorded about 1 month prior to its release.
Oh, really?
That's because we need to translate and edit videos like this one, and that takes time.
That is true.
The game footage you see here is not from the final production ROM, so please understand that there may be some elements that differ from the final game. Since we have the opportunity, I want to talk about Terry using a lot of SNK lingo, meaning in this discussion, the younger generations may feel a little out of the loop. But there's nothing to worry about. When we released the original Nintendo 64 version of Super Smash Bros., I was often asked, who is Samus? Whether or not the character is fun to play as is more important than whether the character is new or old, or whether the character is recognizable to everyone.
Thank you. Finally.
I want to make sure I present Terry to you in such a way that you can fully understand his appeal.
I see. So Sakurai's making this for 45 minutes just to tell everybody, hey, read a book. Alright, Terry, here we go. Woohoo! There he is.
Smash Brothers Ultimate. He's
Looks
still
good.
wearing an outfit that reflects the era of his original game, but we did our best to make him look cool in a variety
In
of
the
ways.
90s attire, yes.
When he stands next to Ryu, it almost makes you wonder, is this really a Super Smash Brothers game? Doesn't it? Just like Ryu, when you're playing one-on-one, he'll face the opponent. Actually, he always looks in the opponent's direction. Even if you move him to a location behind the opponent, he'll quickly turn around, always keeping his focus on the opponent.
Good.
Let's talk about his moves. His neutral attacks are jab, body blow, and high kick.
Honestly, playing much
Each move is
SNK games
familiar
just to,
from the
you know,
Fury
be
series.
caught up with Terry. This is gonna be
And
awesome to
his
see.
dash is power charge.
Power charge. Oh yeah.
This is a move you can use in Real Bout, Fatal Fury Special, and others. In the original series, it was one of his special moves. His tilt attacks are middle kick, rising upper, and under kick.
Yep.
Compared to Ryu, his attack speed is slower.
So let me guess.
This is to match his original series.
Yeah, I would imagine so, because SNK isn't as fast-paced as
Now for smash attacks.
Street Fighter.
First up, backspin kick.
The backspin kick.
This smash attack is the equivalent to his strong attack, but the motion is even cooler than in his original series.
I see.
Next, wild upper and slide
Light
kick. Both are from the original series. Then his midair moves. Jump, then chop. Jump, then kick. Jump, then backward kick. And then somersault kick. However, this somersault kick was not included in the original series,
That's a brand new move.
but we needed a move to attack up. So we created a new move. Also, jump and then karate punch for a down air
Karate
attack.
punch action!
If you successfully pull off a down air, it's
Oh,
possible to
yep,
tap
another
the meter
spike.
effect, as you can see here. It's basically like Ryu's. Next, I'll cover his throws. His forward throw is his familiar buster throw. His back throw is also buster throw. And his down throw is neck breaker drop. In fact, he used it in the game Fatal Fury Wild Ambition. I miss playing that game on Hyper Neo Geo 64. And then, his up throw is grasping upper. This sort of dodge attack can be performed after a spot dodge. I mentioned dodge attack,
Mm-hmm.
and this actually does exist.
Dodge attack.
During a spot dodge, immediately press the button to counterattack.
Oh!
During
Really?
a dodge attack, your upper body becomes invincible, so this kind of move gives you the advantage when you counterattack.
Okay, that's actually pretty interesting. A
Now
dodge
for
to
special
counter.
attacks. His neutral special, with just the B button.
There it is. Power wave.
Depending on how long you press the button, you'll use one of two types of special attacks, weak and strong. This one is weak and kinda slow, and this one is strong. Fast, isn't it? For Ryu, in his original game, you used 3 buttons, so there were weak, medium, and strong attacks. For Terry Bogard, you could use 4 buttons in his original game, but there were only 2 buttons for punch, so that's why he only has 2 attack levels, weak and strong. This rule applies to all of his special attacks, so please keep that in mind. By the way, the attack power wave is a move that shoots energy along the ground, but how does it look in the air? In his original game, you couldn't use this move in the air. this is how it looks now. As of
Oh
the King
yeah,
of
the
Fighters
short range
96,
one.
the Power Wave ability had a shorter range, so we've recreated that version of the move.
Nice.
It's a useful move in midair and helps keep opponents in check. Next, we have a special performed while holding in the direction of your opponent, Burning Knuckle. This move also has a weak and strong version, as well as a command input. Like the Hadouken command input from Street Fighter II, you perform this command using the directional inputs, down to the side in the direction of your opponent, and then press the button. Doing so makes the move a bit stronger. This means that Burning Knuckle has 4 variations.
4 variations.
Weak without command input,
Okay.
and strong without command input. Weak with command input, and strong with command input. The strong version using the command input is of course the most powerful. You'll hear a noise when you input the command.
Oh, for the command input. Okay, that's actually
And if
pretty
you've
cool.
succeeded, you might also notice some green mixed in with the flames. It may be slight, but there is a difference. The strong version with the command input really is strong, even capable of KOing opponents.
Ooh, a kill
It
move.
can be blocked, however, so be on the lookout for that.
Alright. Okay, so
In
it's
such a
not
case,
like
you'll be left wide open.
there's not like Banjos that can literally cause some damage, but it is very strong.
And this is a first for the Super Smash Bros. Series.
What is
But
it?
the side specials are split into 2 versions.
Wait,
A
what?
back special and a front special.
What?
There's one more side special than usual, Crack Shoot.
Are you
This is a
kidding me?
familiar move from his original game. There's also a command input version. It's performed by using the directional buttons down to the back, followed by the A.
So he has a back and a side, a front and side. I mean, side,
The
back and
command
front
version can launch your
input.
opponent
That's
right at the
amazing.
target.
Yep, the crack shoot.
It creates a bit of an arc, so it can be used as an anti-air attack when your opponents try to hit you.
Yep.
At close range, if you happen to be blocked by a shield, it's hard to be counterattacked because you'll pass through them. There's something I want you to remember. When you do a crack shoot off screen, this is how it will look.
Wait, what?
Terry swings with his whole body when using Burning Knuckle and Crack Shoot, so it can be hard to recover.
Aha.
However, if you keep pressing backwards without inputting commands, you should be able to initiate Crack Shoot in the direction you're trying to recover.
Oh, I
Let me
see.
show you one more time.
Okay, let me see.
Do this, then continue to press
So you have
backwards,
to tilt that way and then click crack
and
shoot.
then you can recover. If you press too quickly or input some commands, you'll fly right off the stage, so be careful.
Okay, that's actually a really good idea to tell.
And this is his up special, Rising Tackle.
Yep, knew it.
It
Rising
also has
tackle.
weak and strong versions, each with differing heights. And did you notice that if you hold down briefly to charge, your whole body glows a little? In this case, your whole body will be invincible at the start. Either way, your legs will be invincible. Here's an example of this invincibility in action. With the standard Rising Tackle,
Uh-huh. Standard rising tackle.
I got completely wiped out when I
Woo!
threw myself at them.
I see.
But with Rising Tackle's charged command version, you can't be hit at this moment, so you come out on top. You can of course use Rising Tackle as a recovery as well.
Alright.
Even after using Burning Knuckle or Crack Shoot, you can still use Rising Tackle.
That's good. That's really
This is
good.
also very helpful when you're trying to recover, so please keep that in mind. His down special is Power Dunk,
Power
an
dunk.
attack that rises and descends.
Ooh.
This side, down, diagonally down command input is also known
I'm glad
as
he's
Shoryuken.
showcasing how to actually do the command inputs. This
If
is
you can
very
pull it
useful.
off, you'll be invincible at the start of the move.
Oh, I see the invisibility frames.
Also, you can hear a sound when it connects. But it might be tough to make.
Wait a minute. Did you guys see that?
Now, let's talk
Ryu
about
bounced
defense
off of the side of the wall.
I'd really like you to keep this in mind. First,
That's
if you use a special
interesting.
After attacking with a standard attack,
A neutral special move.
The special won't come out until the move animation has finished. That makes sense, right?
Uh-huh. Oh, no, don't, no! Ah, no, don't freeze on me now. Ah, dang it. Dang it.
But here's what happens if you cancel out of it. At this moment here, if you've successfully entered a special command input,
Great.
the rest of the animation will be cancelled, allowing you to attack again.
Sorry about that.
I'll do that again. Throw out a kick like normal. And once your leg extends, you'll perform the move. Set it up so that when you attack, you can go straight into a special.
The cancel special move.
This will increase your offensive options. Please try this out. For example, neutral attack 1, 2, and power.
There we go.
This is a bread and butter combo. Aside from that, you can also get Terry to fly out and attack in an M shape.
M
In
shape.
his original game, you could only cancel attacks on the ground, but in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it's possible to
Cancel in the air. That's very good.
The types of aerial attacks that you can cancel are limited to things like neutral air attacks or down air attacks. But I think it would be wise to use these combos to expand your offensive options.
That's good. Oh, here we go.
And at last, the final smash. His final smash begins with triple geyser. Terry will shoot 3 geysers straight forward.
His start. Okay, so it's triple geyser.
However, if you think that's all, you're very mistaken.
Whoa! Cinematic! Ooh!
As you can see, if triple geyser connects, you'll follow up with power dunk and Buster Wolf. It's 3 moves in 1. It's a visually striking combo. You may be wondering what happened to his original super special moves. Yes, they're here too. With the usual rules, when Terry's damage meter rises up to 100%,
His meter!
and in stamina mode, when his overall HP drops to 30% or less, you'll see this go icon at the bottom of the screen.
In stamina mode.
At this point, if you enter this specific command, you can initiate the power geyser you see here. The command input is, if I borrow the way it's said in the original game, down, angle down, side, angle down, forward. Well, it's a bit complicated.
Yeah, it is.
Then backward, then forward. You see?
That's so
It is
cool
an
that they
action
added
game
something
after
for
all,
his
so you
stamina
get to
mode.
control the direction of your punch, be it right or left.
I kind of
In
wish
that
they,
case,
you know,
no
focused
matter
on
which
that as
direction
well.
you're going for, just swap the right input and left input.
Invert
It's like
the
this.
command.
Downward, then backward, then forward. Or down, and then the opposite direction, if that's forward.
Okay.
And then there's his other super special move,
Are you okay?
Buster Wolf.
There it is.
You can initiate this one by repeating the Hadouken command input twice. Down to side,
Wow,
then
it's
down to side again.
twice.
It can be rather difficult to pull off moves using the original game's command inputs, but you can also use simplified command inputs. In the case of Power Geyser, remember this: down, side, down, forward. As long as you input the command downward to the side, to the back, downward again, and then forward, you should be fine. In the case of Buster Wolf, it's simply down, side, side.
Yeah.
That should be easier to remember.
Yep, it is.
Even though the command input is complex, it can still be blocked with ease. Since these moves can only be used when Terry has taken a lot of damage, you'll be in even more danger if your opponent blocks. So they're high risk and high return.
What was with that
Please
laugh?
save them for when you really need to make a last-ditch effort. You can use it again and again, but be careful. Your opponent may be able to predict your move and take action. Essentially, it's best to use it when it's least expected, or to cancel out of a combo, like this.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
For the taunts, I decided to
here we
match
go.
the original game. His up taunt is "Hey, come on, from the King of Fighters series.
Hey, come on.
His down taunt spins his hat like in the Real Bout series. And his side taunt is "Stand Up" from Gutto, Mark of the Wolves.
I wanted him to throw his hat and say, okay.
I've demonstrated him using various special moves in the game so far, and you can hear his voice.
Yep. It seems to be English.
We've incorporated both his longer remarks, like Power Wave, from older titles, and his shorter remarks, like Rock You, from newer titles.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
And here are his color variants.
Ooh, color variants!
There's a good variety of colors available from across the series, and the cap design is slightly different in each version.
Oh, I see.
They're based on his original games, and we've also included some from the King of Fighters 14 and the anime series.
Oh, the anime series! That's awesome! Yep, there it is.
He sometimes takes off his cap too. For example, it happens during his victory pose. His cap also blows away when he is defeated in stamina mode. The stage is called King of Fighters Stadium. It looks like one hardcore fighting coliseum.
There it is, the stage. Oh my goodness!
King of Fighters.
Awesome!
When we talk about a game title, we need "the" up front, but the name of the tournament in the game's story is just
King of Fighters. Makes sense.
This is a very unique stage, and it follows some
Oh,
rules
I see
that
Kyo,
haven't
his
existed in
sister,
Super Smash
and
Bros. Ultimate
Joe.
before. First, the edge is walled off. In the Super Smash Bros. Series, you need to launch opponents off the stage. Here, however, the more damage a fighter has accumulated, the more the wall will visually melt when they're launched into it. Can you see?
I see it!
Eventually, fighters will break right through the wall.
Ooh, I wonder if this is actually competitively viable then.
Basically, this
Because it's
special
not,
feature
it
allows you
doesn't
to
have any
KO an
walk-offs.
opponent only after they've accumulated enough damage.
Ooh, now this is actually going to be an interesting stage.
That way, you can enjoy the battle more like you would in a traditional fighting game. When you're close to the wall, it's possible to be KO'd even when your damage is low. It's just like in regular stages. In the Real Bout Fatal Fury series, there was a feature in which the walls could be destroyed and players could suffer a ring out when they hit the wall. This isn't exactly the same, but we made it kind of similar to that.
Real Bout.
We hope you'll enjoy playing at this stage with all its special rules.
I'm pretty interested, considering now their stamina mode is actually pretty viable here.
By the way, there are guest characters in the background,
Yep.
right? Since we have the opportunity,
Leo,
I'd like to
his
introduce
sister,
you to
and Joe. Now let's see who makes cameos.
First up,
Andy,
Bogard.
his brother.
He's the adoptive brother of Terry Bogard. Both of them were adopted from an orphanage and raised by Jeff Bogard. However, while Terry's teacher was Jeff Bogard, Andy studied under Mai Shiranui's father. He uses the Kofoken fighting style.
I never knew that.
Joe Higashi.
There it
He's
is,
one of
Joe.
the three main characters from earlier games in the Fatal Fury series. He's the only one that doesn't have any connection to Geese Howard. He's a Muay Thai champion. Tung Fu Ru. He's the master of the Holy Fist of 8 Ways, and he also trained Jeff Bogard. He can enlarge his body as well. Billy Kane. He's been in many Fatal Fury games since the first one, and he's the right-hand man of Geese Howard. While he appears in the first game, his costume is based on his appearances in King of Fighters 97 onwards. You can't really see his back, but the no smoking symbol is definitely there.
Wait, he has a no smoking? There he is.
Geese Howard. He's the big boss of Southtown.
Geese.
And he's the rival of Terry Bogard. Falling off of buildings is his thing. Rock Howard.
Rock!
His first appearance
That's
was in
awesome!
Mark of the Wolves. He's the son of Geese Howard, and Terry actually raised him. That means his appearance in this game at this age with that look doesn't really jive with the timeline, but Smash is kind of like that to begin with, right? Kim Kapwan. He uses Taekwondo and considers himself a fighter for justice.
This is awesome. I'm glad you're showcasing a lot of cameos.
Yuji Yamazaki.
This dude, I hate this dude so much.
And he's a criminal known as Dark Broker. He's very selfish and sadistic. Blue Mary. Her first appearance was in Fatal Fury 3 too. She uses combat sambo, and she's a good drinking buddy of Terry's. Those were the characters from the Fatal Fury series, but from here on, let me introduce characters from other series.
Awesome, here we go.
Athena Asamiya. She's a Psycho Soldier. Psycho Soldier is a memorable game released around 1986, and it was the first title to feature a fully voiced theme song within the game.
Ooh,
this epic song was also remixed for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and it was recorded in both Japanese and English. Music start. Kyo Kusanagi. He's the protagonist of the King of Fighters series, and he uses the ancient martial arts Kusanagi-ryu. Speaking of the protagonist, there are differences depending on which version you're talking about, like Orochi and Nest. Anyway, he is forever a school kid. Iori Yagami. Originally, he was introduced as Kyo Kusanagi's rival, but when I first saw this character in the game at the time, due to his look and attitude, I thought, whoever created this character must be a genius. Goro Daimon. He's a judo gold medalist belonging to the Japanese team, and he likes to throw his opponents. Chang Ho-hen and Choi Ho-hen.
These two! I definitely remember these guys in the arcade.
And the other is a slasher.
I played the original Kings of Fighters 94, and these guys were the most prominent fighters I would versus.
Ralph Jones and Clark Still. Originally, they were main characters in the Ikari Warriors series before
the Ikari.
They appeared as guests in the Metal Slug series too.
There he is. This is the character I made in Kings of Fighters.
The original Art of Fighting was released just before Fatal Fury 2. That means it was the first game to implement a true super special move. How could I not include him? King. Her first appearance was in Art of Fighting, and she's a bouncer and bodyguard. She is a beautiful woman with an androgynous sense of style. Next, Yuri Sakazaki. She was kidnapped in the first Art of Fighting game, but after that, she trained hard and mastered Kyokugen Karate in just 1 year. In other words, she's a genius. So, as you can see, we've included many characters.
Multiple characters.
A total of 20 characters.
I wish there was some Samurai Warrior characters.
It takes a lot of time. But so many people love each and every one of these characters, even outside the confines of their individual series, so we simply had to do our best by them. By the way, you may have noticed that a very important character from the Fatal Fury series was not included. Yes, Mai Shiranui. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is for good boys and girls of many different ages, so we decided not to feature her. My music features a variety.
Oh my god!
The music that plays affects which special gifts.
Oh gosh!
For example,
that's
there's a track called Pasta, and when
so they didn't add her because
Bogard will always appear.
She has a bit of a cleavage reveal. Oh my goodness! Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I know a lot of people are going to be a little upset over that, but I honestly don't care. I didn't really care much for.
This time I'm going to play the Terry route of Classic Mode.
So what's his theme?
On top of that, I want to try and hit the highest intensity level. Let's see if I can get all the way up to intensity 9.9. Honestly, playing the game in extreme difficulty while doing commentary is extremely hard. One or the other is doable, but doing both at once forces me to divide my attention. But that means I should do my best at both. I'll do my best.
Alrighty, man.
First, this route is named the King of Smash. 3 characters who have some sort of connection will appear as a set, a challenge that looks somehow familiar. Okay, the first intensity level is 5.0, so I should be fine.
Ooh,
all
stamina
battles in Terry's route are stamina battles. This stage's special KO rule that I talked about earlier isn't the best match for stamina rules, but oh well. On his route, a lot of stages feel like they're from a traditional fighting game. I did it anyway. Of course, even in this mode, it's not impossible for me to try for a KO, but normally it'll be over before then. There. Done.
Play Smash
Looks
and
like he's saying, give me
commentate.
something. Next, round 2. It's the Legend of Zelda team. Just because characters are in a team because of their similarities, that doesn't mean that they have to be from the same game. This is Let's Go to Seoul, Kim Kapwan's theme. And I've got it set up so that we don't move from the bottom of Prism Tower. It would be easiest to simply knock him off the screen, but I'm not going to do that, because it's not as fun to watch. Oops, I knocked him off. Over here.
Sorry for the background noise.
It's gonna blow.
Ooh.
Will he do it?
No, he isn't. You're not letting him. And it's Sakurai.
Alright.
There you go.
The boomerang's not coming back.
I just got versus Zelda, and that's it.
I can't go to the edge. Oh no!
What?
The tables have turned.
Wait, so it applies for the entirety of it?
Cancelled it.
There you go.
He wears his cap backward when he does a power dunk.
Nice detail.
Now you could call this the giant stage. All the giants are lined up. Of course, the music track is Taku and Stepi. Of course, he says. You might wonder who Taku and Stepi are. But it seems like it means Tanaka and Kitamura. This track is from Fatal Fury 2. There's a giant wrestler.
Man, I
named
wonder
Big
how many
Bear, and this is
songs
his
from the
track.
Fatal Fury and King's of Fighters are going to be in it.
Regardless of the track name, it's a really famous hard rock song. So please give it a listen. The original song was called Yusha Raiden. There's that masked wrestler. Big Bear is his true identity. He's called Raiden.
There you go. There you go, Sakurai.
I'm beginning
Alright,
to
next,
find the intensity
Pit, Dark
quite
Pit,
tough.
and
Round 4.
Palutena.
The whole atmosphere is a little different than how it's been up until now, right? We've been to arena-style flat stages, but suddenly we're at a battlefield form stage. Oh, there's an item. There's an arcade game series called Athena, and this stage uses that as a motif. Oh, he's metal. Now that I'm thinking about
Alright,
it,
Sakurai, come on,
I
you can beat him.
suppose both
There you
Athena
go.
and the Athena games were possibly an homage.
Yeah,
to the
sorry,
Athena
it's
of
kind of
Kingdom
early in the
Hearts.
morning, so that's why there's a bit of a background noise.
Plus, I wanted to do something where two characters who are similar or have similar abilities are together. It's a nice Kyokugenryu team.
Oh! There you go.
If I let my guard down, I'll easily be defeated, so I need to pay attention. Not bad, you.
Alright, next up, Palutena.
By the way, you can use moves like crack shoot.
Man, Terry looks so fun to play.
So they have some utility. to
Can't wait. Alright, just enter.
Keeps her in check. Phew, that was close. Looks like that fire bar didn't work out for her.
There you go.
It's getting brutal. The intensity is close to 8. You could say the opposing team is comprised of heroes from different companies. Sonic and Terry are on the stage. Actually, Sonic and Terry were both created in '91, so they're the same age. And the next year, in '92, Kirby was born. Everyone's getting old.
You're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting old.
You know, it's easier to fight on sloped ground. When using crack shoot, it's especially easy going uphill. Yikes. It's too soon to be taking this much damage.
Nice one.
150 HP, so I feel like I'm losing. Next, Mega Man. He was born in 87. The first Street Fighter came out in 87 as well, so that makes Ryu the same age. That was bad. Don't go off screen. He went off. I'm sorry. And now, Pac-Man from 1980 is here. Of course, this character was made by Bandai Namco Studios, but when I talk to their team, I'll call him your company's character. They always come back saying, oh yeah, our company's character.
I was like, oh yeah, we used to be another company.
Oh, that was close.
Ooh, ooh, careful, Sak. Oh man, we're seeing Sakurai versus high level playing. Woo! Nice one, Sakurai. Now just end it.
Well, how about now?
Oh, nice!
It's bad to keep using the same move. Seriously. Next, you could call this Team Darkness.
Team Darkness. With Geese. Oh, I see what you did there.
With the track Soy Sauce for Geese, playing on the rooftop, it's got the aura of a final showdown.
Yep.
Oh, not good. Up next is Ganondorf. I don't want to get hit by him, not even once. He's huge. Yikes.
Oh, careful.
You can't take things lightly in moments like this one.
No, you cannot.
That was a bad move. Alright, can I do this without getting hit? Now for a scary one, Bayonetta.
Oh boy, let's see how you handle her.
Yep, I'm giving this everything I've got.
Oh, careful.
That was just dangerous.
Yeah, it was.
Pulling off that midair jump was risky. Uh-oh. She's so good. That was a beautiful move.
Woo, careful. Jeez.
But she couldn't take advantage of that opportunity.
Nice.
Time for the final battle. It's not Master Hand, but Ryu, Ken, and then Terry. Art of Fighting version 230000000.0 is playing. In other words, it's kind of a themed fight. He's super strong, so I have to work hard. I'm not pacing this out very well.
No, you're not. But you're Sakurai. You could literally destroy anything.
50 HP, so I wish I defeated Ryu before my HP dropped to 100.
That's fine. You can still beat the. Okay.
But I can't give up until the end.
Right.
Super special move.
Right. That's right. Ken versus Terry.
Use the same super special move. But this is no time for chit chat. It's really tough doing this while talking. Oh no. This is no good. Got it.
Nice.
It gets even tougher from here.
Not blue Terry. Default second player color.
I messed up a perfect shield.
It's so cool seeing Sakurai, versus high level play. Woo! Nice. Ooh, good job.
Yeah, but with a power wave?
He's like, really? I ended up
if I
like
could have
that?
pulled off a super special move, that would have been awesome. But, alright, did I make it to Intensity 9.9?
Let's see.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
That was hard work.
Oh my goodness, dude's madman.
Terry Bogard is really fun to play as, so I hope you enjoy playing as him in such situations.
Song collection,
Next,
here we go.
Let's talk about the music. This time we have something very special lined up for you. For instance, when we were deciding which songs to include in this set, we thought about concentrating on songs related to Terry, but there were a lot of big band style songs that didn't really fit the mood of battle. That aside, the music of SNK has always been great, right from the beginning.
Yep, I will agree to that.
We selected tracks that could be called SNK style. Basically, we expanded the selection a bit to include series outside of just Fatal Fury and the King of Fighters. SNK songs have always
Please
been
tell me
great
there's some
lately.
from the
This was true before Neo Geo,
the Samurai
and all
Showdown.
the way from the old The King of Fighters games to the arrangements in the latest installment, The King of Fighters 14. We did a lot of digging around, and finally managed to narrow our many candidates down to 50 songs.
50 songs?
We never intended to do something like this, of course.
50
So we submitted
songs?
50 proposals to SNK, expecting them to pick out maybe 10 or 20 that they considered acceptable. But they told us they were okay.
Oh my goodness. 50 songs.
As a result, we've pretty much added in 50 songs.
My goodness, it's like each
Have a look at the
character is just a new CD soundtrack. Oh.
That's how we ended up with the list we have, but we worked hard to deliver some of the best remixes. This was a very special one-off case, and I don't think we'll be able to do the same for other series. To be honest, I think that being able to hear such a selection might make the Fighters Pass worth quite a bit more than its price.
Oh my goodness, it is worth more than the price.
I do hope you'll enjoy it. Challenger Pack 4 comes with a Spirit Board too. The Spirit Board can be selected via the Spirits menu. Have a look at the background. If it looks familiar to you, you'll start feeling pretty nostalgic.
Yeah,
Shinkyo-san's
Terry's
artwork
stage.
is always so nice and vibrant, isn't it? You can also look forward to mock tournaments featuring each of the characters. That old school Athena and Ralph and Clark artwork really is something. Now for the Mii Fighters. Please have a look.
Here we go. Here we go. What are we gonna expect here? This part, everybody's now excited for. Yep, I knew it. SNK costumes from Samurai Showdown. Nakururu. I can't read names. Awesome. Art of Fighting. Yep. Ryo. I'm actually gonna buy that costume. I really like Ryo. It was one of my characters I made in Kings of Fighters. Let me guess. This one is... Oh, Ori. Well, then again, Sakurai really loved his design, so I would imagine he picked him. Virtual Fighter? Oh, right, Akira. Okay. And Jackie. Alright. Oh, that's it? Okay, then. Okay. Not bad. It's not mind-blowing as Sans, but... hey, it's good enough. Totally get the Ryo one. November 6th. That's today! Could that mean Terry's out today?
SNK was also involved with the Mii Fighter set this time, so it has a strong fighting game influence.
Yep, I knew it.
It borrows a lot from the series Nakoruru comes from, like her wind slash attack, so I hope you'll enjoy those little details.
Oh, really?
Moving on to Amiibo, here's the new lineup.
Here we go. What do we got?
Simon, Chrom,
and Incineroar.
Each of these will be released on Friday, November 15th.
Nice. Alright, what are we having in the update?
Next, let's discuss the details of the update. We've made some improvements to battle arenas. First, we're making it so you can send messages to each other in a battle arena. The
awesome!
Preset. So there's that, and also the player who created the arena can now change the rules.
Thank you! Thank
We've
you!
also added the option to play either Battlefield form or Omega form at random in the stage settings.
Thank you.
Aside from that, you can now pick Elite only as an arena type. Furthermore, Quick Play won't be the only way to play with people you don't know. As long as the arena type is set to public and no password is set, we've made it so anyone is now free to join. So I hope you'll enjoy that.
Perfect.
Terry is due for distribution on November 6th.
Today!
If you have the Fighter's Pass,
Yes!
you'll be able to get him straight away, or you can purchase him separately.
Okay, I am looking at my Switch right now, seeing if
Well,
I can...
I think that wraps it up for our Terry Bogard showcase. I hope we were able to convey his appeal. By the way,
Oh, yes.
his reveal trailer was aired in advance. It was created using SNK pixel art.
And
The
the
complete version of
eShop
it,
is
including
crashed.
the gameplay portion, is finally ready. I'd like to show it to you after this.
The complete
Now,
version
this
of
is
his
something
reveal
of an
trailer.
inside story, but I of course wrote the plot for SNK's pixel art packed reveal trailer. When the invitation comes out, you might recall how it says, "Don't be late, S." That is not what I wrote.
What?
It makes me think, ugh, this is why I hate inside jokes. After leaving it to the staff, it snuck its way in there.
Uh-huh.
I just want you to know that the S is also the Super Smash Bros. Series.
He's like, no, I don't
Well then,
personally
let's
invite
move on to the
characters.
intro movie.
Ooh, his reveal trailer. Well, his second reveal trailer. Ah, I love this. So much nostalgia. Get up, go red, get red up, get red, get up, go red. Oh, this is awesome. I still feel bad for that dude. Picks it up.
Hey, come on!
There we go. Now we get the full version. I'm so glad that he says things. Oh, Terry Kirby! I'm so glad for the KOF stage being, more in line for stamina battles now. That's the one thing I always wanted to do. Awesome! Fatal Fury. Yep. Is that it? Okay, no,
We crammed
we're
in
good.
a little too much content this time. Hopefully,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
be able to make future showcases a little shorter.
Oh, that's fine. You can take as long as you want, Sakurai. Are we done? Did it? Alright. Well, that was a odd ending. Still, that was awesome. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad Terry got so much content. Music. Oh my god. 50 tracks. That's amazing. The stage looks really, really interesting. And I'm really excited to see what Terry brings. And I cannot wait to play him today. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I will see you guys next time. Until then, see ya.